So I'm gonna go ahead and tie on the lure that I was talking about that I forget so often. Gosh, because obviously it gets bit. Oh yeah, come on. It's like almost every cast I make to the edge of the grass, one is swimming with it. Oh, survey says yes. Oh, that feels bigger. That is a nice one. That's the biggest one of the day, baby. Here we go. To the pond we go. Gosh, it's a big curb. You know, this morning I really thought that I got here early enough. I mean, I was up at 5 for a sunrise at 6:30, and I'm still... That was close. Good thing I'm nimble like cat. So slippy, gonna lose my flippies. Yeah, I'm just gonna go no shoes. No shirt, no problem. Ooh, almost hooked myself. Let's go. All right, we're recording now. Well, good morning, everybody. Well, look at this in the water. My scope in. Well, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Tyler's Real Fishing. We have an absolutely jam-packed episode today, full of quite a few things that I'm excited for. Number one, gonna attempt to catch a few fish. That's a given, usually. As the sun gets a little higher, I'm gonna attempt to catch some fish on a summertime lure category that honestly, I forget far too often even exists. You may see a swim bait catch here or there throughout this video because I'm also filming part of a scaled up episode, or at least attempting to today. And then I'm gonna finish the video by going over the upgrades I've made to this kayak over the last few weeks that I think make this thing the ultimate scoping or total polar opposite no electronics kayak, depending on how I want it rigged up on that day. If you're confused, it'll all make sense at the end. But first, let's catch a bass. Oh yeah, and today's video is brought to you by Boat Snacks Jerkbait. More about them later, as I can't have my snack till I catch a fish. But they're an awesome beef jerky company with much more beefy snacks coming out soon. And I've been really impressed by the flavors and the ingredients, as I'll show you on the package. Once I catch one, I can't have my snack yet. It's just a personal rule on this channel. I'm pulling out the Ned rig already. Just because there's a dang thing, whatever this is. Enough of that. I gotta cover water a little faster, I think, as these fish do not seem to be in the feeding mood. Oh, well, let's say it again. These fish do not seem to be in the feeding mood. You know, as much as I've had the dogs out when kayak fishing, I've still never hooked myself with a treble hook in the foot, so probably shouldn't have said that. We've got several different types of grasses in this lake. We've got, I believe it's milfoil underneath the water, emergent. Then we have whatever this, it's not gator grass, I'm not sure exactly what it is. I'll have the name on the screen. And then we've got cattails and some American pondweed and some lily pads somewhere back there that I saw. So it seems to be a good, healthy ecosystem. There does seem to come a time in Texas late summer where they just don't bite a topwater that good. It's like, you think it's the only option, but they don't bite it. Oh, no way. I've got one. I've got one. Holy cow. I just saw a blob out there and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna cast at it. And he choked the gill on the way down. Oh my goodness. We're starting off both fishing days absolutely unreal. Can we continue it? Oh, we'll see. There we go. There we go. Oh, I got one on the Ned. Not a bad little fish. Get in here. Ah, all right, folks. First fish of the day. Actually, it's not. I had to film my whole scaled up episode, so I apologize for just showing you guys a bunch of hook sets and no actual fish. You got to go watch Scaled Up coming out soon to see how I caught all those. But now that episode's done, we are free to fish normal bass fishing lures. All right, just finished the swim bait episode, or the portion of that swim bait episode. So I'm gonna go ahead and tie on the lure that I was talking about that I forget so often. And for that, I need a 4/0 heavy duty wide gap VMC red line, the smallest tungsten bullet weight I got, which I think is 1/8, maybe it's 3/16. And you know what? I am gonna peg it today. And that forgotten summertime lure that I've made videos on, I just haven't thrown in a while, is the big curly tail worm. My favorite being the Mach mega worm. I had a hand in designing this worm right here, and blue fleck is probably the best big worm color of all time, at least for us here in Texas. And you can go up to a 5 or even a 6/0 hook with this thing, but I prefer the 4/0. I think VMC's run just a little bit big. Oh, and I think dragging this thing around could catch me a giant. But like I said, once I caught my first fish, I could have my snack. So that allows me to talk about the sponsor of today's video, which is Boat Snacks. Oh, yummy. Now, when these guys reached out, I looked at the ingredients on the package because I'm really particular about the beef jerky I eat, and this stuff has nothing bad in it. 100% grass-fed beef, water, brown sugar, honey, tomato paste, apple cider vinegar, sea salt, garlic, onion, black pepper, smoked paprika, red chilies, celery, and sea salt. For beef jerky in a bag, that's like, there's nothing bad in it. And not only is this some of the most healthy beef jerky out there, every single bag purchased goes to help support veterans with several different veteran charities they have listed on their website. So I will have a discount code here on the screen. They told me, but I forgot what it was. If you want to get yourself a few bags of the Boat Snacks jerky, they'll be sponsoring a few videos here on the channel. So again, I'll have them linked down in the video description if you want to check them out. I'm just excited. I caught some fish and I can have a snack, but you know what? We're gonna put it away. I can have more snack as soon as I catch my first fish on the big worm. That feels like a fish. Yep. Got one. Come on now, baby. Big worm, edge of the grass. Not a big bass, but it is a fish, and that gets me more Boat Snacks. Thank you, friendo. Oh, was not hooked very well. That's my kayak hook set for you. Got to bite off about a 1/4 inch, re-rig it. That is the great thing about fishing a big worm, is that you can keep biting it off for 5 or 6 bites. And you know, I fish a drop shot, a caffeine shad, a Nico rig so much because those are my skunk busters in both ponds and lakes. You know, when I'm not getting the bite, I reach for those. But oftentimes, the biggest thing you can do is throw a bigger lure or a really small lure, and all my skunk busters are small lures. I should probably mix in the big lure, the big worm, a little more. Gosh, because obviously it gets bit. Oh yeah, come on. Man, even by small fish, that's crazy. And this fish is shorter than my worm is. But I just don't think these fish see this a whole lot, honestly. It's kind of like lures go in cycles. You know, like a spinnerbait was so good early on in bass fishing history, and then the chatterbait came along and nobody threw the spinnerbait anymore, which means the spinnerbait got good again. I kind of feel like that's where the big worm and the Carolina rig are gonna get here in the next few years. Now, these fish are not gonna win me no Fishing Chaos tournament, but you can still enter my online tournament through the Fishing Chaos mobile app. I run a free tournament on there all year long. You guys are separated into regions to make the fishing more fair, and every single month there's a brand new winner of a Mach combo, Evolution fishing tackle bag, and again, it's free to enter. I will leave that tournament link down below. They are all length based, and if you want to join tournaments but you don't have a bass boat or a tournament trail near you, the online route is a great way to go, and Fishing Chaos is the best platform to join. Oh, I can have more beef jerky. Again, Boat Snacks. Link in the description and the discount code right here. Can I scope with a big worm? Oh, survey says yes. Oh, that feels bigger. That is a nice one. That's the biggest one of the day, baby. Come on. Get the big worm in front of their face, they can't handle it. Come on, yes. Oh, that's actually a chunkier fish. Whoa, whoa. Get in here. Yes, sir. Come on now. Sorry for the horrible sun angle, but that is a chunky, I mean, almost 3-pounder. Look at how big the belly is. And he got the Mach Mega down the face hole. I gotta get an Instagram story of that. Get this fish unhooked. And VMC hits him so good. Ugh. All right, thank you, beautiful girl. See you later. Oh no, he turned my worm into a Senko. And as y'all know, my tackle is linked below. I say it in every single video, but it's a huge part of my income. So if you shop on Tackle Warehouse for your tackle, please consider clicking one of those links before you make your cart. You can buy stinking anything you want once you click that link. That helps me out a ton. And I gotta put chapstick on or Hannah's gonna kill me. Oh, yes, sir. No, he got off. No, I really felt like that was a good hook set. It's just a beefy boy. I gotta give him a little more business. Well, I'm gonna keep the big worm out in case I see one. But Lou's just dropped a custom light Mark Zona. It's a numbered, there's only 500 made, bladed jig rod. That supposedly is one of the best bladed jig rods we've ever made. So I'm excited to test it. There we go, all right. Scoped one on it, and he got off. That was not the rod's fault, that was my horrible backwards hook set that I have. I got one. I got one, baby. On the Zona rod. Definitely loads up good. I just wish I was testing it in the bass boat. I feel like on a kayak, I'm not getting like a good enough feeler of a hook set. Skinny guy, but it's clear they want the vibrating jig if it's near their face. It definitely casts well, loads up great, but how does it rip out of grass? That's what I'm most concerned with on a rod like this. Got him. Yes, sir. It feels like a catfish. This does not feel like a bass. Well, I don't know. It's making awful weird feelings. Oh, it's a bass. It's a big bass. It's a big bass. Come on, friendo. Oh, what in the world did I just do?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
My finger caught my line and created slack and the fish popped off. What in the world, Tyler? Gosh, I am not on my A game today. C+ showed up. So far, I like it. Back to the worm. Oh, there we go. Finally. Found me one. Feels bigger. Feels nicer. Come on. Now, one thing I'm noticing by looking at forward here is that as the sun got higher, a lot of fish left the surface of the water and moved down deeper. Now, this one was up high in the column, but a lot of these fish that I was seeing up top are no longer up there. Beautiful little 2-pounder Mach Mega. Gosh, I love that hook. Thank you, little girl. That feels weird to say. And it's just so cool to see the fish behavior change as the sun and lighting conditions change. They just don't feel as comfortable being up high in the water column. They want to sit lower. So I'm seeing a lot more fish cruising the bottom, and they're a lot tougher to catch. And if you want to complain that I'm looking at forward facing to catch a few of these, go find the new channel. Because y'all who have been around a long time know this is not what I do all the time. Matter of fact, I just made a random cast up shallow and caught one. There's one for you scope haters. But when it's 95 degrees outside and I'm sweating my booty off, excuse me that I want to have just a little more fun. Good grief. The fish on the edge want the worm. Huh. And that rig, it's like almost every cast I make to the edge of the grass, one is swimming with it. Feels like there's some good grass right here. I'm gonna get the thunder cricket again. Does not clear the best. I think I'd like it to be just a little bit stiffer. But I'm also in a kayak, and I usually use slightly stiffer rods in a kayak anyways, so this might just not be my kayak vibe jig rod. Oh, God. Yeah, that'll do it. It is longer and whippier, so my bait hits the water a lot. But that was impressive. That was the only backlash that got. Thank you, Custom Pro. I think it's time for more beef jerky. The link is in the description. Oh, there we go. Yes, sir. Oh, I gotta tell y'all about this cast that I just made. Oh, no. Oh, Tyler, dang it. Okay, so this point goes out right here. I not only felt the grass with the swim bait that I was fishing before these lures, but also saw the grass on forward facing. I saw that the point slopes off here, so I made a cast back this way from shallow to deep, and I got that fish to bite. Biggest fish of the day, and I lost her. That right there was just classic use of angles and understanding the angles that are down there to make a good cast, and probably a different cast than most people make. And this point here is full of bluegill, which makes sense why a big bass would be hanging around. I literally thought to myself, dang, that's probably a good idea to make that cast, and I got one. All right, let's finish with one more. There we go. Got one on the vibe jig. Get in here. Get in here. You have no energy. There we go. Oh, what a good way to finish. It pops right out. Okay, so synopsis of this rod. Feels awesome, casts great, clears okay, but does not have enough hook set power for me in the kayak. I will try this again in the bass boat, but it's not going to be a kayak rod for me. All right, so I want to finish the video by showing you guys, like I promised, the kayak upgrades that I've made. So this here's my Slayer LTE. It's my new daily driver kayak per se, if that's the right term to use. And I recently added live scope onto this kayak, but that doesn't mean it's always going to have my electronics, really the entire setup on it. I customized this kayak to be both totally electronic-less and have live scope and my Sniper Marine pole. So first thing, Thanks to Sniper Marine, they make the best live scope poles for your bass boat, for crappie fishing, as well as the kayak stuff. All it takes is a swivel of your hand like this, just turning the handle, and it moves the transducer left and right. As you can see here, it stows easily on the side of your kayak when you are not using it on the water. But this location is not where I want to keep it when I'm traveling down the highway. And so I built this thing here again to be able to take all of my electronics off in like 2 or 3 easy steps. The first of which is opening up my black box. I have 2 of these now, a gray one that is for my non-electronics expeditions, just dumping this thing in a pond, throwing a frog, fishing the grass line, that kind of stuff, where I don't need live scope. And then I have a black one that has the live scope black box, the colors correspond, and it is hard mounted into the box. So when I want a live scope, I bring this box with me, and it's just as easy as unscrewing the transducer cable, popping it out, and yes, I did cut a hole in the front of the black back there so that the lid can close and the cable can come out. So there's the live scope cable, take it out from underneath the seat, and just like that, I can take this entire thing into the truck and not worry about it falling out on the highway. Now, coming back to this, the only cables that are actually going through the kayak are my power for the Garmin up front and the network for the Garmin up front. That's it. So again, for transportation, or if I just want to go electronicless one day, I can unscrew these 2 right here, kind of feed them back down through the hole. I do have to figure out some way to make these waterproof. I don't know if I need to like Ziploc a plastic bag, or if somebody makes like a clamp that goes around this, but that's it for now. Then I unsnap these 2 sides of the captain's bridge, and that goes in the truck. And the power and network cable that go up front come out right here to the left side of my seat, and so I can just unscrew those from the battery and the network here from the black box, and I can actually take this in the truck with me as well. Now, I'm not going to because I don't need to, but that's exactly how I take this kayak from fully built out with electronics and live scope to bare bones. And speaking of bare bones, I need to get my bare butt in the shower. So hopefully you all enjoyed this video. Hopping back in the kayak has been a ton of fun, but we've got some jet boat adventures coming. Oh wait, y'all don't know about that yet. Forget that I said anything about a jet boat. The amazing content continues up in Minnesota and Wisconsin here over the next few weeks, so stay tuned. We're gonna have big largemouth and big smallmouth. Big thanks to Boat Snacks for sponsoring. Again, I'll leave my discount code linked in the video description. You're gonna see them on Instagram, on Facebook, all over the place. As always, my tackle is linked down in the video description. My name's Tyler, it's a dang pleasure, and we'll see y'all next time right here on TRF.